So we're talking about England because we just heard coming out of the break there Declan Rice talking about speculation of transfers, who's going where for next season. Of course we can't not talk about Jack Grealish. The news over the last 24 hours, it's almost looking pretty certain that he's going to go to Manchester City for 100 million. How do you just instantly react to that? 100 million for Jack Grealish, worth it?
First of all, I think it's quite funny when talking and Declan is talking about disrespectful and well, I can honestly say in international football was full of transfer talk, especially in the boring hours of a locked room and speculation of you might be moving somewhere else, and it was rife. I mean, I can't imagine it's any different today. Why would it not be? Players, this is a big time of the season. It's the transfer time where if you're playing really well, and look, you've gone from Harry Kane to Jack Grealish to, Sancho and a good few others. Well, multiply that by all the big nations where there's transfer speculation around them. And so, to me, no, it doesn't make sense.
There's no way they're not talking. I think Declan Rice is trying to be respectful there in what he said. But, I mean, with the amount of Manchester City players within that England squad at the moment, they'll be talking to Jack Grealish about, right, are you coming, what's happening, 100 mil, how much are you going to be earning a week, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's all going to be happening for sure. That's normal.
Well, yeah, you'd have conversation and chat, and it isn't all in depth and it isn't, disruptive towards the squad.
Yeah.
You just get excited about it. I mean, you'd be excited if you're a player. If Jack Grealish was, I don't know, look, he's very loyal to Aston Villa, so he might not think, he might think, no, I want to stay at Aston Villa. I doubt it, because Man City are the team that are winning things and regularly, and he might think, yeah, I want to do that. Can he achieve the same with Aston Villa? It doesn't mean he doesn't love Villa, because I think he's made that point quite clear that he's a very much a Villa fan and a Villa player that, signed contracts for the club regularly. But he might decide it's time that he would love to face that challenge of a jump up to a club that's challenging to win the title.
Absolutely. He said yesterday as well about winning trophies as well. That's obviously on his hit list. Have you ever been sent in to sound anyone out from another? Yeah,
yeah, you do. And, and I'd say tapping up. It's a bit of a, what some managers do. And I tell you, Fergie was the king of this. He always was somehow find a message to somebody that he was interested in. It didn't mean he was tapping him up, but just to get the feelers out there. I mean, I was in a dressing room. I luckily met Sir Alex in Marseille. He was the manager for my day, for a day in a testimonial. And I'm in a dressing room and he says to me, how's your French? And I went, it's okay. And he went, he said, have a word with the number 10. And that number 10 happened to be Zinedine Zidane. But it was done in a very jovial way, and it wasn't in your face.
What did you say to Zidane? Did you do it?
I asked him would he be interested, and
what did he say?
No.
No.
And I tell you the reason why. It wasn't nothing against Manchester United. He didn't want to play in English football.
Right.
He was far more wanted to go to Spain or Italy to play football.
Did you enjoy sending that message back to Fergie?
It was quite funny because I just went, nah. No. But he did. What was weird, Eric Cantona was in the dressing room at the same time, right? Or it was hanging around. He didn't ask Eric to go and speak to him. He asked me.
There must be a reason for it. 100 million though, Jack Grealish to Man City. Thoughts on that?
Well, he's a terrific player. And every level he's been asked to play at, from being a championship player to being promoted, and Howard being in the Premier League, fantastic. International, likewise, steps up another piece of the ladder, and he's just every level he's shone. Yeah. And I think that you're going to have to pay around that to get Jack Grealish.
100 million for Jack Grealish. He's 25 years old. We're saying that Harry Kane wouldn't get more than 100 million because he's 27 years old.
Nearly 28. Isn't he 28 in July?
Is it? Okay.
I think he's 28 in July. Which, you might say, well, it's, 28 and... I mean, Kane never relies on his pace, so you can sort of feel that Kane could go to 33, 34, barring no bad injuries, because he's had a number. Look, there's a clamour for Kane. And I think there'll be about 3 or 4 managers or clubs that would go and take him. So it's always a tricky one, because he's not wanted by one club. He would be wanted by at least 4 or 5, and not many of them can afford the fee. Yeah,
so, and of course, I mean, there's a host of
problems. Galacticos are happening in England now. It used to be Spain. Okay, Real Madrid just do all the Galactico buys. Barcelona did. It's come at a huge cost for them two football clubs. Juventus spent 99 million on a 34-year-old, 33-year-old in Ronaldo. Nearly 100 million. So these type of deals happen. The difference is it's now the Galacticos are going to be coming to England. They're going to be the big deals because the rest of Europe can't seem to pay the fees that the Premier League clubs can do, like Chelsea, like City, like Man United.
And City have 200 million to spend on a couple of players. It's crazy money. I mean, where do we go next season? We know where they're going. We're going to win already. As a United wife, I know it's going to be a long-suffering season ahead. Except it looks like Jadon Sancho is coming to United as well.
Yeah, again, another terrific player and done ever so well. And like most, surprised he hasn't really had any part to play in the Euros so far.